boy, it is Joinen, and welcome to the animated stories, but for men. Only men. The animated stories, only for 50% of the population. I don't know why these are for men, but they are specifically, they say specifically on the channel, it is Naxon, stories for men. So, I feel like that's kind of silly, but also I want to know, what secrets are they hiding from the women? What have they got happening in these stories that makes it so that women aren't allowed? We're going to have a vote. Today, this is a democracy, not other days. Other days, it's definitely dictatorship. I dictate what what we watch. Today, there's going to be a vote. Chat gets to vote on which video we're going to watch. Are we going to watch this one? I defeated the prison boss and became their king. Or are we going to watch the one on the right? My role model is a criminal. I'm going to put a poll in chat. Which vid? We have a 49. Wait, we've got a 50-50% split. End poll. All right. We got, with a 51% vote, prison boss. So that's what we're going to be watching. All right, let's get into it.
Dozens of guards pointed their guns at us from the prison towers and walls.
All right. Surrender now. Guards and guns. Yeah, men, woo! Man, guards and guns. Let's go. Let's go. Or we'll open fire.
In the middle of the yard, I was gathering courage inside our newly built armored car, the Ram. We hadn't had a chance to test it, so we weren't sure we could break through the reinforced metal gate. The only thing that separated us from freedom.
Hold on here. You're talking about breaking out of prison and you've managed to create an armored vehicle? Where are you getting access to this stuff? How do you have an armored vehicle that you've pieced together in a prison?
There were two possibilities. Either we'd escape or we'd be filled with bullets.
Yeah,
Manny was busy putting pressure on his wound to avoid losing more blood.
Wounds.
So it was all up to me. Hold tight. With the brake on, I put the pedal to the metal to gain momentum.
This is your last chance. Surrender or we shoot.
I released the brake.
I think they would just be shooting at this point.
Took off at full speed and a rain of bullets poured down on us. We rushed through the prison courtyard. Ah! But how did I get here? Only 2 months ago, my life was...
No way we got a I bet you're wondering how I got here scenario. Jeez, there was so much man in that intro. We had guns, bullets, we had wounds, armored vehicles. So manly, I feel my testosterone increasing. Do you think it actually works? Do you think there is someone scrolling through YouTube, looking at animated story thumbnails and being like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna choose that one. Oh wait, this one's for men? I changed my mind. I'm going to watch it now because this one is specifically for men, and that is me. I am a man. This is not for all men, just American men. Guns, trucks, God, and beer. That's America. That's the America we want. I don't know. All right, let's get back to it.
I'll tell you all about it, but first, smash that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos.
What a manly way of doing it.
The coolest auto repair shop in Vegas. Clients would come to get their cars armored, install a killer sound system, or get a turbocharger to make them fly.
So manly.
Whatever they asked for, I deliver. Their cars would get pimped.
As a man, I can confirm that is exactly what turbochargers do. They make cars fly.
Out, we'd fill up the tank with premium cash. And if that wasn't enough, I met Nicole, a student who danced at a club to pay her way through medical school.
That's not a man.
She was the best of both worlds. A brilliant mind and a body hotter than a turbocharged engine on a summer road trip.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that that's what we actually got. I thought stories for men. I thought no way. It's just a marketing move. But it's like genuinely like they're trying. They are really trying. This is for men. Am I right, fellas? Yeah. Are we watching like Fast and Furious animated? Goosebumps. Poetic right there. Now that is poetry.
Felt like the king of the world. Until one day, I was working on a car when Hassan came into the garage with his huge luxury pickup truck. Damn, you look gangster. I didn't know much about him, only that he was a businessman who would
only that he was a political streamer on Twitch.
Recently bought the 2 stores next to my shop to set up a plastics factory or something. He
Plastics.
offered to buy my workshop,
Manly.
but I politely declined. He wanted me to install a nitro boost on his truck. As a welcome gift, I offered to do it for free.
What? What? Why? A welcome gift? That is mogul moves. What a businessman. He's thinking, I know this guy. I know he's going to have many more a car that he wants tuned, done up. So he's going to give him a sampler. That one on the house. My shout. You've got to be joking me. Free? In this economy?
Thanks, but don't let me down, kiddo. You don't want to see me upset.
Never.
You know what I like?
We closed the deal shaking hands. I started
Human voice actors. That's what I like. I like human voice actors. I could be wrong here, but I'm getting a vibe that we have actual real deal flesh and blood humans voice acting this.
work immediately, and 8 hours later, the truck was ready. That pickup was built like a tank.
And you did that for
night,
free?
my girlfriend Nicole
Rush
met me
job
at the
for free?
shop, saw the truck, and fell in love with it.
What I wouldn't give for a truck like that.
That's the girl! That's the voice! That voice is animated story. Hey, I know my animated story voices, and that is one of them. You can't escape them. I thought I found a brand new channel, but no. It's just my story animated, but for men.
Let's take it for a ride.
Are you nuts? I never take clients.
Unless she's just, YouTube voice actor for hire. Like, obviously, yeah, they could have hired her. It might not be the same company.
Cars out. Someone might see us.
If anyone does, you can just say we went out to try it.
True.
Come on.
You're allowed to give it a go.
I wanted to ride one of these.
Wait, actually, you should give it a go, right? Am I wrong? If you have a business of modifying vehicles, you should probably test them before you hand them over to the client. That just feels like something you should do.
Later, Nicole and I were driving the truck down the highway while listening to hip-hop on those speakers that sounded like a live concert inside the cab.
Can we try the
So
nitro?
manly.
Please?
I smiled, activated the nitro, and the truck took off. We reached 160 miles per hour in no time.
Dang.
That truck was in
So-
beast mode. But
yeah.
seconds later,
So illegal.
the siren
Yep.
blared and a police car began to follow us.
Yeah, wonder why.
Darn it.
We still have another load, don't we?
What's on your mind?
Oh!
Let's use it. He'll never catch us.
Are you in?
Dang. Screaming away from the police with your nos. This is so Fast and Furious. This is so it's like old school Fast and Furious.
Insane? You want us to go to prison?
Come on. Don't be a chicken.
And just like that, Nicole smashed the nitro
Egging him
button.
on.
That pickup shot off like a rocket and the police patrol bit the dust. The officer
Bit the
did not look
dust.
happy. What we didn't count on was that a mile
the-
later, 2 other patrols were waiting for us, blocking the road.
Oh,
I had to
dang,
stop.
that was fast.
The
That
policemen
was quick.
were very aggressive, and I was shocked when they accused me of driving a stolen vehicle. I tried to explain that the truck was not mine, but they were furious that I had tried to flee. So they slammed my head against the patrol car and handcuffed me. Thank you, Nicole, for stealing a motor vehicle and attempting to flee from the police.
Dang. Dang. That's the story for men. Remember this one, man. It's the women. The women will put you in jail. You'll be minding your own business, living life, fixing trucks. And it's the women. They're gonna convince you to press the nitrous oxide button, and you're gonna end up in the slammer. And it'll be because of the women. Stories for men. Am I right, fellas? Am I right? I don't know what came over me.
The judge sentenced me to 10 years in prison and a $15,000 fine.
10 years?
Crashed in a heartbeat. Luckily, in the Nevada prison, there was a mechanic shop. There, at least, I'd be kept busy servicing the prison jeeps and
that's
building
how-
things to make my stay less miserable. That's
Oh,
how I met
got
Manny,
it.
the mechanic in charge of the garage. He told me I
All
reminded
right,
him
all right. I was quick to judge the plot hole, but no, they got an answer for it. He works with the vehicles in the prison.
of his son, so he immediately took me under his wing. And thank God he did. Because a few
Manny?
days after I went...
His name's Manny. That's like the most manly name there is. Manny the Man. Remember, it's stories for man. So yeah, there's gonna be a Manny.
went into prison, a burly guy named Roman and his pals decided that I didn't have
Roman.
the horsepower to cruise through their prison. I was working on an engine when
Nice.
Roman
Car
and 2 of his
puns.
goons came into the shop. I didn't pay
Goons?
attention to them, but fortunately
You gotta be careful of the prison goons. And there always is. If I've watched any media about prisons, it's majority goons, actually. There's like a few big kingpins, but mostly just goons. You gotta get your own goons if you're gonna survive prison. I know that. I haven't even been, but I know if you go to prison, you need to get your own goons. Don't be goon.
Manny did. He saw when Roman picked up a screwdriver and came at me with a murderous look on his face.
Sam, look
Barcode
out!
tattoo.
Roman
That's
tried
manly.
to stab me, but thanks to Manny, I was able to dodge him at the last second, and the screwdriver got stuck in the engine. As Roman struggled to unjam the screwdriver, one of his goons attacked Manny, but Manny delivered a crushing blow with his wrench
'cause
that
he's
knocked
just a
out
goon.
2 of the goon's teeth.
Yeah.
Crack! Ooh, hope you have dental. Roman's other pal immediately attacked me
prison.
with a crowbar, but I blocked his
Have you got your dental coverage that some people have in prison?
attack with a cross key and then hit him directly in the nose.
2 down, only 1 left.
Roman finally managed to unjam the screwdriver and
Manny.
was about to get back into the fight when we heard some guards.
Hey, what's going on there?
Roman and his pals decided to flee before they arrived.
Pals.
This is not over.
One of his gang members fled after him, but the other fell down as he tried to stand up.
You two, stop!
The prison guards followed Roman and his thug while we held a
Thug?
conversation.
Thug, pals, goons. We're getting all of them. Yeah, I guess they're going for the Spider-Man comic book style animation. Honestly, the animation's pretty good. Who is the animator? At this point, I'm thinking it's probably the same people behind My Story Animated. But remember, it's for man, because it's manly stories. And we're talking about prisons, and we're talking about cars, and goons. The 3 things that any man needs for to be enthralled in a story. Man Story Animated? My Story Manimated. Yeah, that's cool. Cool name.
And with the third gang member, why did you try to kill me?
Talk, or I'll knock all your teeth out.
I was gonna leave one for questioning.
Wait, I'll talk.
Who sent you?
It was Hassan. He took over your shop and he wants you dead so you can't get it back. He's
Oh,
never
dang.
gonna let you out of this prison alive.
Hassan? The businessman?
He's not a businessman. He's the head of the Legion gang.
Not the Legion Gang! Oh, we should have known. We should have known. Of course, it's the Legion Gang. That's like the most manly gang.
He's using your garage to distribute his product from there.
All this just to distribute plastic?
You're so stupid. He's
Brother.
not in the plastic business.
It's not plastic.
Don't come back if you want to keep your teeth.
So Hassan and the Legionnaires wanted me dead. This time I had been lucky to have Manny by my side.
That's not
But I still
good.
had 10 years left in here.
Manny's good.
Even the guards couldn't protect
Yeah,
me.
10 years is wild. 10 years feels crazy. I mean, I don't know. I guess, he tried to escape the police. Yeah, he tried to escape, and then they also thought he stole the vehicle. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a judge. I don't know how these things go. 10 years feels a little crazy, doesn't it?
me that long. I needed to get out of prison if I wanted to stay alive and see Nicole again. Nicole.
Oh, we're still into Nicole?
I'd already forgiven her and I missed her so much.
Okay.
At first, she came to visit me often, but as time went by, she came less and less. The relationship cooled down and eventually we broke up. Maybe if I managed to escape from prison, I could get her back. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, she did push the NOS button. She's, if you think about it in some ways, kind of the reason you're in there, but, you know, I think bro's down bad a little. Or just get together with Manny. I mean, Manny seems like a top bloke. Wouldn't she be an accomplice? Nah, because she's a woman. The women, they just get away with it scot-free. They bat their eyelids. And the men, we're the ones that get in trouble. Happened to me, 97. Her name was Haley, the love of my life. I'll never forget it. Sorry. All right, back to it.
Needed to escape anyway. And I say needed
Womany.
in plural because after the fight with Roman, the Legion also wanted Manny's head.
After we escape, you and I are going to open a shop together.
Deal.
Heck
Trouble,
yeah.
we began to hatch an escape plan. We were going to build an armored car, the Ram, strong enough to withstand the guards' gunfire. The plan was to escape on it when the
And you got to give it a sick name. Like, what? You're going to build an armored vehicle and not give it a cool name? Like the Ram? Because it rams? You guys get it? Hey, so it's called the Ram so that they can ram through the gate. It's just a bit of mansplaining for you.
gates opened during the guards' change of shifts. We would do it using whatever materials we had available. So we started stealing pieces of steel from the gym equipment, metal trays from the kitchen to use as defensive plates, spare tires from the Jeeps we were fixing, and even a small engine. We made the Ram as small as possible.
And even a small engine. You told us where you got everything else. The gym, the kitchen. Where did you pick up a small engine? No one was sneaking that one in. Up there, bum.
So we could hide it inside the workshop. It was the size of 2 motorcycles put together. One morning, a guard came into the shop to do a routine inspection. He started looking around and approached the Ram, which was covered by scrap metal and a plastic tarp. As he got closer to our car, Manny and I became increasingly nervous.
They're gonna have to knock the guard out.
The guard was about to pull up the tarp covering the Ram, so I had to improvise. So, did you see last night's game?
What game?
The game from last night.
The game from last night with the ball and the grass and the running. So much running. And how do they do it? How do they do it? How do they keep it up? How do they keep it up? Came out of nowhere with that win. Crazy stuff. That game. Now that's manly. Talking about that game. Did you see that ludicrous display last night?
Are you stupid or what? Move along!
The game against Manny's useless team.
What? My team is not useless.
Hit me. They're so useless that they tackled the other team's mascot. Hit me now. At first, Manny didn't understand until BAM! He hit me so hard it felt like my brain got rear-ended by a mag.
Nah, he's getting solitary for that. He's getting solitary. And then what? Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted? Your only ally to be sent to solitary confinement?
What are you doing? Stop!
He's
Stop
so
immediately.
fine. Manny or
Manny
the main
jumped
character?
on me and the guard had no choice but to take him off me. I was
Or both.
left with some bruises and Manny was thrown in solitary confinement for a day. But it was worth
I know. That's what I would have done if I was the prison guard. I know. Yep, I think you made the right call. That's standard procedure in the slammer.
it, as the guard didn't discover the Ram. A couple of weeks later, the Ram was ready for a first test, but Roman suspected we were up to something.
Test it?
His employers informed him that Manny and I had been collecting parts, so he knew we were building something. He just didn't know what. Once again, Roman showed up at the shop with a dozen of his legionnaires, but this time
with the
we were
goons?
ready.
Find them. They must be here.
Using large oxygen cylinders we'd stolen from the prison infirmary, Manny and I had built pressurized air rifles that fired rubber balls at over 400
Pringles.
feet per second.
That's Pringles. That is a Pringle gun. You have a gun that shoots Pringles. I don't think that's stopping the goons. Wait, he is fine? I've been playing this in the background, so I didn't notice. We're still talking about Manny, right?
So when the Legionnaires invaded the shop, we gave them the welcome they deserved. Thud! Ouch, that must hurt. One by one, the Legionnaires were knocked down.
Later,
Lights
Legionnaires.
out. We were having so much fun beating them up that we
Shouldn't
didn't
have
notice
been a
Roman
goon.
sneaking up on us, using the scrap metal from the workshop as cover. Manny, look out! But it was too late.
He did the old
Roman
push
stabbed
trick.
Manny with a screwdriver before I could
No!
knock him out with a shot.
No,
right between
not
the
Manny!
eyes.
Manny! You were my favorite man.
I immediately passed a rag to Manny to put pressure on his wound, but he was bleeding badly and soon the guards would arrive to investigate the fuss.
You have to go. Take the ram. Quickly. The guards will be here any minute.
Manny, I'm not going to
leaving
leave you here.
You're coming with me.
Oh, dang. That was crazy. Hey, I'm known to predict a line, but that was wild.
I opened the garage door and used all my strength to drag Manny to the ramp. Come on, you got this! The prison guard shouts could be
Dragging
heard closer.
Manny to the
I
rammy?
climbed into the pilot seat and turned the key. The
Right.
ram's engine roared
It's one of those like now or never moments. Manny's gonna die. Get in the ram, man.
like a lion. I pulled the ram out of the garage and dozens of guards pointed their guns at us. Hold tight!
Fire!
The ram took off at full speed and
Nice.
a rain of bullets poured down on us. We rushed through the prison courtyard.
Oh, it works? That easy?
The guards could not believe their eyes. No
I
one had
can't
ever
either.
attempted anything so daring. The ram reached its top speed. We knew that at exactly that time, the next shift's guards would be entering through
Are
the
they-
main gate. The
are they-
guards
oh,
rushed
okay.
trying to close the gate,
Not
but
at the main
ram
gate
was
yet.
too fast for them. And boom! We
Oh,
got through
dang!
the gate just before it closed completely.
Whoa! Okay. I mean, I guess I could have predicted that's where the story was going because it's an animated story, but it kind of does blow my mind that the ram was actually able to ram through the gate. Kind of wild. Oh, he fine? Jeez. Chad is down bad. We're still talking about Manny. I feel like we're definitely still talking about Manny. Hey, I get it. Everybody down bad for Manny.
Pushed a button to get rid of
That
the armor,
ram
and
is
the
so
ram
fine.
slid at high speed across the Nevada desert. The guards' jeeps couldn't keep track of us. At last, we were free. Back in Vegas, we ditched the ram and had to steal a car. Manny was
fair.
losing blood fast, so I
Jeez.
decided to take him to the only
Not
person I
good.
could trust, Nicole. She was a
Nicole?
medical student, could stabilize Manny.
The only person you could trust was Nicole? That's kind of wild. That is wild.
At least until I could get him to a hospital. But nothing could have prepared me for what I saw when I arrived at my ex-girlfriend's house.
Another man. More men. More men. Men, yeah. Stories for men. There's not enough men. Chuck another one in there. She's with another man. She's with Roman. Calling it now. Roman is dating Nicole. Or Hassan. It's one of them. It's Roman or it's Hassan. She unzips her skin and she's actually a man. Yeah. Roman. Oh, we're right. It's Roman.
I was about to get out of the car when I discovered Hassan walking out with Nicole.
Yep.
She kissed him on the mouth. He got into his car and drove off. My instinct was telling me to go yell at Nicole for what she had done to me. But Manny needed medical attention. So
Wait, it was an inside job. It was an inside job. You never should have trusted Nicole. She did that on purpose to get you in the slammer. I just like saying slammer.
took him to a friend who was a vet. If you behave yourself, after you're sewn up, I'll give you a
So there is
cookie.
someone else you can
I
trust.
didn't want to worry Manny, but I was in shock. I couldn't believe that Nicole was behind my arrest.
Yeah.
She betrayed me. Then I realized something. If she and Hassan planned all this to take away my workshop, that shop must be extremely important to them.
Yeah,
I'll be
obviously.
right back. There's something important I have to do. The next day, Hassan found out about my jailbreak and reinforced security at my former garage, even bringing Nicole there to prevent me from contacting her. But an anonymous call to the fire department reporting a gas leak prompted firefighters to go to the store and force Hassan and the Legionnaires to evacuate. A police squad also arrived as reinforcements.
What are you doing? I'm the
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm a little bit confused. You're just antagonizing Hassan. It doesn't seem like someone that you should antagonize. Or is he he's trying to get Hassan in jail. Manny's service, he's shirtless. Manny was shirtless. Everybody in the chat goes crazy.
owner. There's no gas leak here.
Sir, you need to get out while we make sure there is no danger.
Only then, hidden under a cap and dark glasses, I confronted Hassan and
course.
Nicole in the street.
Classic.
I never thought you'd be capable of betraying me like that, Nicole.
You? Why don't you
Yeah,
just
because you underestimated her. You thought, sweet lady, what did you liken her to? As hot as an engine on a road trip or something? Now, see, that's the problem. You underestimate the woman, the only woman in the entire video.
Sam, I'm sorry. I didn't.
I'm more sorry.
Sam, the fire department finished their inspection. They are on their way out. The building is empty.
Okay, it was a
Nice,
false
Manny.
alarm.
Wait, was that
Everyone
Manny?
can go back
Wait.
to work.
I warned you, kiddo. I told you you
Kiddo.
didn't want to see me upset.
You also asked me for a nitro boost, and I always deliver. Here's your nitro. Boom! The whole shop exploded and glass flew through the air. What a show. The night before, when I
Okay, first of all, manly AF. Explosions? That's manly. Second of all, what? You just blew it up? You just got out of jail, man. You escaped jail, and now you're blowing up buildings.
I had left Manny with the vet, I snuck into my old garage. I knew how to get in undetected, and I left Hassan a little gift next.
Huh? Wait, you snuck into the garage that you just blew up? Hold on, did I miss something?
To the nitrous oxide tanks.
Hope he has insurance.
Oh,
But
this
as
is the
soon
night
as
before.
Hassan got back on his feet, he pulled out his gun.
Was it?
The mechanic?
He pointed his gun at me and was about to end my life when thud! A rubber ball fired at over 400 feet per second ended Hassan's chance of having heirs.
Dang. Rubber ball? 400 feet per second? That's some numbers. My man understand. That's pretty sick. 400 feet? Whew. Fastest I've ever seen was 300.
Ouch, that must have hurt.
I love this rifle.
I slipped away from the scene while I still had a chance. With the blast, several packages
Okay, yeah, it
containing
was the night
illegal
before.
substances had flown through the air and landed on the street. The police arrested Hassan and Nicole when they discovered drugs in the shop that
Oh,
only
this time
months
they
before
arrested Nicole.
Hassan had claimed was his.
No, wait. I have nothing to do with this.
Tell that to the judge.
I'll have your heads for this.
And the judge is going to
It
put you
wasn't
in the
easy
prison
leaving it
for
all
a long
behind.
time.
But Manny and I escaped to Mexico.
Mexico?
Where his cousin helped us set up our new auto repair shop near the beach. Things are
Okay.
going well, and I'm rebuilding
Nice.
my life. One screw at a time.
Salud, socio. Here's to never getting caught again.
So they did end up
Cheers,
together?
partner, and to always having a spare
Oh, no?
nitro boost.
All right. All right, he ended up with Manny. Best friend, best character, classic. Hell yeah, that was so manly, man. That was very manly. And then they kiss. Wow, that sure was manly. Thanks. for watching. And I will see you, men, in the next one. Yeah! Give me an explosion. Woo, man!
Thank you for watching my video, but now that it's done, please watch another one.